Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Chris here. I'm back with another video. We're gonna do something different today. Today is gonna be a segment that I'm gonna call the idea came from my boy Rick in Baltimore. Follow him on Spoutable at this point because he's not on Twitter anymore. But Rick in Baltimore. This is gonna be called Hot Sauce and Hot Takes, where I try a hot sauce and I give my thoughts on some stuff that's going on. The take is going to be on the most recent wrestling news that's come out about CM Punk and then the stuff that's going on with Asuka that I've been seeing today. So that's what we're going to be talking about. The hot sauce is going to be a little bit different because it's not something that's nationally known or from a national company. It's from a local company here in Maryland. It's going to be called, Screaming Hornets from McCutcheon's. And they're located in, I want to give them the propers, Frederick, Maryland. I was out at a farmer's market with my wife yesterday. I said in my last video, we went to visit my grandmother. There's this little farm that had was selling produce and stuff, and they had a little area with barbecue sauces and hot sauces. And I found this bad boy over there. Now, the ingredients on this we're looking at Tabasco peppers, habanero peppers, vinegar, lemon juice, green chili peppers, black pepper, salt, and xanthan gum. So it's just a basic hot sauce. But it smells peppery. It smells really, really good. It smells like a really good hot sauce. So without further ado, I'm going to pop this on a spoon and we're going to give it a shot here. Now, the first thing I notice is it is a little bit on the thick side. Do a couple dips there. So, we're going to get that there. Again, look in the bottle because I can. Got a little taste of that. But let me give my thoughts on the full spoon. So, as you can see, got it on a spoon here. And here goes. That's tasty. That is delicious. Tabasco comes through right away. Habanero burns coming through. The lemon juice adds a unique bit of citrusy flavor to it. With the black pepper, it tastes almost like it's almost like an Old Bay type of sauce without the celery seed and the stuff like that. But it's really good. See what else I can get that taste. Obviously, it's got a little bit of the vinegary kick, the vinegar in it. So we're gonna add that to it. This is delicious sauce. It's really good. See, on that one, I got the vinegar right out. I might grab another spoon of this. And we're going to try it again. It's so tasty. This is damn good sauce. Yeah. That's good shit. That's good. So, if you're ever in the area out in Eldersburg, there's a little farm. I cannot remember the name of the farm. But you can search for McCutcheon's at their website, McCutcheons.com. And you can probably find the sauce on there and order it. It is delicious. And like I said, locally produced hot sauce. Good to find something made locally here in Maryland that I could try out. This is really good. With that said, I want to cover the news that came out today about the CM Punk nonsense. Then I'll get into the Asuka stuff, my thoughts on Asuka. So, the CM Punk stuff came out that apparently Christopher Daniels and Matt Hardy and Ryan Nemeth were backstage at the Collision taping, and were all told to basically get the fuck out. Christopher Daniels, for the reason being that since, in Punk's mind, and this is coming from his thought process, and I agree with it, that if Ace Steel can't be backstage at like Dynamite, and he was involved in the media scrum, the fight, all out fight, then by the same token, Christopher Daniels, who was involved in the media, the post all out media scrum, should not be allowed at Collision. I actually agree with that statement because it's fair. You know, like if one can't be there, same thing goes for the other guy. Now, as far as Matt Hardy and Ryan Nemeth goes, those two guys talk shit about Punk. Okay? Like, why the fuck would you send them to be anywhere near the guy they were talking shit about? Like, how fucking stupid are you to do that? You're asking, like, Tony Khan's asking for shit to happen now. Just by doing that. Like, you know it's gonna start bullshit. You know it's gonna start drama. Don't put people around, like, Punk's clearly not gonna put up with it. Or take it anymore. The all-out blow-up should have been a sign that he's sick of people's bullshit. And apparently he pulled up Ryan Nemeth like, yo, if you got a problem with me, let's have at it right now. We can take it outside. Because he's tired of the shit. And he said, like, again, if you have a problem with me, bring it to me directly. Don't go on Twitter and say a bunch of bullshit. You know, it's just, nah, dude. So he had every right to call them out and not want to be around them. So that's my thoughts on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem with that. But the problem comes in, and I said this a million times already. All of this shit could have been avoided. How? Simple. Once the rumor got out about Colt Cabana and CM Punk getting him removed from AEW, if the Elite guys were so buddy-buddy with him, why didn't they contact him or reach out to him and just ask Colt, like, what the fuck was going on? They could have called him, they could have texted him, like, yo, is it true? Like, did Punk get you fired? What the fuck? What's going on? And he would have told them, nah, dude, they moved me to RH and I'm working kind of in a training role or a production. I'm good. Alright, cool. Bet. Problem solved. All the rumors don't start. All the fucking back and forth bullshit doesn't start. And all of it, all out, never happens. Another way it could have been stopped is Tony Khan could have been a fucking boss and been like, pulled everybody up. Like, I don't know who's putting this bullshit out there about Punk and Cabana. He didn't do anything. I did. If it doesn't stop, I find out whoever's doing it, you're getting fucking fired. That's what you do. Because it's causing problems, and I don't need that shit in my fucking company. That's how you handle that. That's another way it could have been handled, or should have been handled. The third way is when dummy Adam Page cut that promo on Punk in the ring. The second he got backstage, Tony Khan should have pulled him up like, you're suspended. Who authorized you to do that shit? That wasn't part of what you were supposed to do. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of the arena. You're suspended. Your match is getting called off. We're doing something different. I'll figure that out. But you're gone for like 30 days or 60 days or whatever. For 30 days. If you ever pull some shit like that again, you're fucking fired. That's how you handle that. Another thing that could have happened or should have happened is when Punk started going off at the media scrum, instead of sitting there like a deer in fucking headlights, pull the mic away and say, whoa, 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 we're not doing this here. And cut the fucking press conference and stop the shit. You end it before he goes off, while he's getting ready to go off. When you see it going sideways, you stop the press conference, you usher everybody out, and then you pull Punk aside and you talk to him. Because that's what a fucking boss does. That's what a fucking owner does. When you run a company, that's how you handle shit that's supposed to go down. When shit's going sideways, you handle that shit. When I was his manager, when I was a security manager, we had a problem with one of the bartenders who thought he was bigger than the fucking bar. And he was getting in the way of my guys doing their fucking job. I pulled the motherfucker up and said, hey, when we're here, like during the week, do whatever the fuck you want to do when you're behind the bar. We're not here. On the weekends, we run this bitch. Okay? We run this shit according to management. They want us to do stuff a certain way. That's how I want it. I do it. That's how I tell my guys to do shit. I don't care about your friends. I don't care about the regulars. I'm here to do my job. If they get pissed off and they want to take it up with Patrick, they can call the owner and then I'll talk to him directly and I'll sort it out real quick. But that's something for me to do. You don't get involved and tell my people how to do their job. They know how to do the job because I've already told them. And if you've got a problem with that, you come to me. You don't go to them and yell at them. You come to me if they're fucking up. You come to me, I'll handle it. But if they're not messing up, don't go to them about the way they're doing their job. You bring any complaints to me, and I'll address it. And going forward, we had that understanding. Because if I'm going to be in charge of our security team, I've got to know that I'm running that. Period. No one's going to tell my people how to do my job, do the job other than me. Because if something goes wrong or something goes sideways, it falls on me as a boss. Right or wrong, it falls on me. So I'm going to make sure that I cover my guys and that I'm covered. Because that's what being a boss is. So if this goes sideways again with Punk and AEW, Tony Khan has no one to blame but himself. Because he didn't handle it the proper way from jump because he was too busy being everybody's fucking friend and not being the fucking boss. Period. Now on to the Asuka situation. So, for those who don't know, Asuka has decided to spill all the tea about her time in Japan and why she's in America now and how her time in Japan went. She basically put out there, I put out a wrestling manifesto or a Joshi manifesto. Basically on how women's wrestling should be done. When I was young in the business, people got offended and everybody basically went about their way to just shit on me. They went away to shit on me, to dog me, and all the stuff they started because the other Joshis would flatter the Japanese media. They kissed their asses, and Stardom was built as basically a way to kind of just throw me to the side or whatever, and to try to bury me. It didn't work. I'm an American now. Like, she moved her whole family here. Like, she's happy. She's like, I've got a great support system at WWE. And basically, I'm a 4-time WWE Women's Champion. What you got to say about that? And people have been kind of losing their minds over it. Here's the thing. Given the rumor that Kairi Sane is looking to come back to the US, maybe back to WWE, and she's only been back in Stardom for like a year or so, a year or so, that's a sign. The fact that Io left, that's a sign. The fact that some other wrestlers are kind of seeing that Stardom, the grass wet isn't greener on the other side. Looking at you, Mercedes Moné. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are realizing that Joshi ain't all that. And there's a real fucked up system, apparently. Let me be clear. I ride with Asuka. Like, I ride with Asuka. I don't even give a shit. I love Asuka. Sure, some of the stuff they had her doing is kind of goofy, but she's legit as a fucking wrestler and can fuck up like 90% of these women in this business. If not all of them. Nobody's ready for fucking Asuka. And if you decided to go like for legit on you, that's your fucking ass. So those are my thoughts on Asuka. What she's saying, I honestly can't vouch for a lot of it because I don't know a lot about Joshi. I don't follow it like that. But she spent years over there, so I'm gonna take her at her word. I believe it. And the reason I believe it is look at the wrestling media here in the States. If you're not friends with these fucking people, they go out of their way to fucking bury you or try to discredit you at every turn. Look at what Meltzer and the people over at the Observer have done to CM Punk. Look at what they do to WWE talent all the time. Like, look at it. Dave Meltzer, a couple weeks ago, I think it was, got admitted that he called Tony Khan to advise on some kind of booking thing. Like, and he's supposed to be an objective journalist? No, he's not. He's not. The fucker, like, Alvarez isn't. Sean Ross Sapp isn't. Like, all these guys, like, mm-mm. And it's not, like I said, I know people that work in AEW. I know someone that works in AEW. He's a good dude. He's been a good dude the entire time I've known him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for a guy like Swerve. I like Swerve. I'm a CM Punk fan. I like Ricky Starks. I like Will Hobbs. You know what I'm saying? I like those guys. But, you know, there's a point where these journalists don't have credibility with me because a lot of them are on the take. Now, Sapp is less so on the take than a lot of them, I think, and I kind of respect him a little bit more than I do, like, a guy like Meltzer and a guy like Alvarez. You know, like, so there's that. Another thing I want to touch on real quick, because it was in the news, is the LuFisto situation. So LuFisto, for those who don't know who LuFisto is, one, I highly doubt you're a wrestling fan if you don't know who LuFisto is. Or you're just an AEW fan, you're not a fan of, like, wrestling, because LuFisto's been around for, like, 25 fucking years. And is legendary. Is known for being one of the best women out there. And for anyone that's like, if she was that good, she would have got signed. Do you know how many fucking wrestlers are good at their job that never got the opportunity in a big stage? There's millions of them. Okay? Millions of them. You got a guy like Jigsaw. Never got his chance. Hallowicked. Never got the fucking opportunity. From Chikara. You've got guys from Ring of Honor. Like Silas Young. Never got his chance on a big stage, really. Adam Pearce. Nick Aldis. These are all really good fucking wrestlers. Tim Storm. Like, Tim Storm's a good old school fucking babyface guy. Even at his age, never got the opportunity. Homicide really never got the opportunity. Like, guys from Ring of Honor that never got their chance on a bigger stage. Like, a real big stage, like a WWE. Or like a WCW. Yeah, Homicide worked in Impact for like a little bit, but I mean, let's be real, Impact was never big. But LuFisto never got that chance, and it's not because she's not good. It's just how shit breaks out. You know what I'm saying? So she did an interview where she brought up her match that she had in AEW. And how she saw the locker room. How the culture wasn't backstage. How people were literally talking shit about each other while the people are sitting right there in the same room. Thunder Rosa sitting in a corner like by herself. No one's even talking to her. Only person that showed her any type of real love was fucking Mercedes Martinez because they know each other. The bunny basically looked at her like, what the fuck are you doing here? Dustin Rhodes was shitty to her. Ruby Soho was shitty to her. But they have like beef or something. Like all this shit. And people went on this fucking like, well, who the fuck is LuFisto? And it's like, you don't know who LuFisto is? Like, you're not really, do you even really watch women's wrestling? She brought up something that a lot of people have brought up about AEW. That's the culture backstage, especially with the women. How it's cliquish, how people are shitty to each other, and it's known. It's known. Like, we saw that shit play out on television with Britt Baker and her buddies and her clique of people, and how they were going after Thunder Rosa. And about that, she brought up a situation where Tony Khan was in a meeting where women were talking about shooting on Thunder Rosa. For those who don't know what shooting is, that means they were going to legit go out of their way to try to hurt her. Now, to be fair to Tony Khan, it's entirely possible he was there saying, if any of y'all do this, you're getting fucking fired. Are you out of your fucking minds? You can't do that. I would like to think that's what he was doing. But since Tony Khan's obsessed with being buddy-buddy with people and Britt Baker's his favorite, who the fuck knows? So people are like, she's probably lying. What has she got to lie about? What has she got to lie about? She basically said in all of her stuff, like, I don't give a fuck about AEW at this point. They fucking ghosted me anyway. Like, I asked people feedback about the match. Dustin said, like, I did the wrong things. And I was like, I was trying to put over the people that actually work here, but okay. Whatever. They're in my area. I call QT, and QT ghosted me. I was supposed to meet Tony Khan, and I never met him. And this is on the heels of a guy like Jonathan Gresham, where he tried to meet Tony Khan multiple times before his eventually blew up, and he had admitted he handled it wrong since. But the reason why he lost his shit, and this is coming from my boys are at Wrestling Soup, and an interview he did, where apparently he flew to meet Tony Khan, approached him, and Tony Khan basically said to him, hey man, have you met like so-and-so? They got this great story. Have them there. Introduce this person. He shook their hand. By the time he turned around, Tony was gone. So he did the old okie doke to him, like the party okie doke to him, right to his face. And it's not funny, but it actually kind of is. So that I believe her because we've seen it happen to multiple people. Need I remind you about Big Swole? In her exit interview from the company, she basically she asked, is there anything you think I should do? No, you're great. She talks about the structure in the company, and Tony Khan comes out. She fucking sucked in the ring. Joey Janela. The structure there fucking sucks. Marco Stunt got ghosted, basically. Chavo Guerrero. He didn't find out he got fired till they saw his name wasn't on the fucking roster page anymore. So he called somebody and they just ghosted him. So they do that shit at that company. So, I believe LuFisto. You can choose the belief you want. I believe the person who basically is going has the same experience that many others have had, because it's not just a one-time thing. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. So, thank you for checking in on the first hot sauces and hot takes. When I get some more hot sauce, I'll probably do another one. Actually, I will do another one because it's fun to kind of get these thoughts out. So, it may be on a different subject because I don't want to just do wrestling in these takes. But this stuff just happened over the past couple weeks, and I just wanted to bring it up, talk about it. It was on my mind. So, here we go. Anyway, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace.